Okay, half our horseshoe. From here we go. You never give me your deep G. C situation. And into an F major 7th. And what I'm doing for the F major 7th, you should like, is I'm holding down string 1. That's what makes it a major 7th. The E note in an F major chord, or in an F chord, the E note in an F scale is the major 7th. And so I'm just holding index at string 2, fret 1, and middle finger at string 3, fret 2, and ring finger at string 4, fret 3, and I'm deadening that against string 5, which I don't want, and I'm just hooking my thumb over here at string 6, fret 1, to get that bass in, and now I'm going to come down to well, let me run through this for you first. I'll give you the whole thing. A minor, D minor 7th, G to a C, and then F. And then I'm going to come down to a D minor 6th. And the way I'm going to make that is with ring finger, or middle finger on string 3, fret 2, and string 1, fret 1, that F, and I have an open B in between, and then I come up to an E 7th. So I have that same formation, just shifted up from string 1, fret 1, string 3, fret 2, to string 3, fret 1, and string 5, fret 2. And then back to an A minor. So, and I'll give you that little run when we get through, but to now finally put it together, you have an A minor, D minor 7th, G to a C, and then F major 7th, D minor 6th, E 7th, A minor. And so what I did there at the end, and it's the run that they're using. So I'm up here with my middle finger on string 4, fret 2, the E note, and I'm pulling that off and coming right back down on it. So the first 3 notes are E, pulled off to a D, back to the E, to a G, which is string 3 open, and then string 4, fret 2, the E, string 4 open, the D, to a C note on string 5, fret 3, string 4 open, D, and then an A. And once again, like we've been talking about, you notice how you go back and forth, you don't just go in one direction. Most runs, or virtually every run, it's not a straight ahead advancement. It's back and forth and back and forth. So you have this. Now if you're down here, that should look familiar with what we did recently on the Eagles song. And if you did that here, you have an A minor, here being at the A minor position at fret 5. You would have, I've at fret 5, string 5, fret 7, and I pull it and come back to the E. Same thing here, it's an E, and to a D, and then I come down here to the G, which is what you did here. And then so this from the beginning, and it's the very same thing, playing the same notes you played up here. And then slide, and then slide string 5 fret 7 to string 5 fret 5, and then hit string 5 fret 3, that's a C note, back to the D at string 5 fret 5, and then you can hit it with your index finger, string 6 fret 5, and for the D minor, I'm moving, or excuse me, the D minor 7th. You can hear it's a real nice sound. That's what they're playing in there. That's the D minor up, or excuse me. No, that's a D minor 6th. I mean, we'll get to that in a minute. Then a G, and then a C. So this might look familiar to you, and I want you to start looking familiar to you, is that we just went, the reverse circle of fifths, circle of fourths, the same as we did in a few other songs recently. So you have an A, and then you go to a D. That's a D minor 7th, but your root note goes from an A to a D. And D is the 4th in a scale of A. Just check it out. And then very quickly you can check it by going A, B, C, D. Okay, have sharps and flats to add on those, not in the scale of C, G, or F. You don't have them to add, but you do have them. You do have them to add in some other scales. So you have an A minor goes to a D minor 7th, and then up here to a G. So from a D to a G, that's the 4th of the scale of D. D, E, F sharp, G. And then you go to a C. C is the 4th in the scale of a G. G, A, B, C. So this goes to a G, to a C. Now what's the 4th of C? C, D, E, F. That's the F major 7th that we played here. Now we're just going to resolve from this D minor 6 to an E 7th. And then that little run that they do, or down here, whatever position you're playing it in. So, but let's look just at a little, first of all, that's just a beautiful composition, and I hope you start seeing the beauty and the coherence in that. We just have this, and then, and that might sound familiar for something that's coming, but you have this, A minor, D minor 7th, G, and then a C, and then an F major 7th. Now, if you have that F major 7th right here, you can move that F major 7th down here. Remember, this is a D 7th. Let's move it a C 7th to a D 7th. Well, the 7th is on string 3 fret 5. That's a C. In the key of D, that's the 7th, because you just move one whole step back from whatever the tonic is. So the tonic is a D and a D chord. Move back one whole step and you have a C. That's the C. That's the 7th right there at string 3 fret 5. So if you move it back one, that brings you to the 6th. And since you have this formation right here, you can just move what looks like an A minor chord down here with your with the same formation, but with your index at string 2, fret 3. And then take this E minor chord, and the next chord is E7, and here's an E right here in a C formation of an E at fret 4. Yeah, the E note, the tonic note here that you're considered tonic is up here at string 5, fret 7, but down here the tonic note, the E note, is at string 2, fret 5. So you can go, and then either put your pinky down and on string 2, fret 5 to get that tonic note in, or just keep your pinky, or your index finger at string 2, fret 3. So, and now you're playing an E7th right there. So you would have a and then finish up on the A minor down here if you want. All right, that's a couple little runs for you to practice, and a very nice progression for you to get. And just get the flow of that 7. It's very, very pretty. You never send me on a road. You only send me on funny picture. And then this F major 7th. And in the bitter of investigation, I breathe down. And then you go off to the next one, and it's the very same thing, and then we're off to the races in that little medley. Okay, I'll see you in the Zoom on Thursday.